Welcome back, everyone, to another session of The Mutant Epoch. Last we left off, we discovered that the home of Harlan Crane has become infested with squatters, which he has tasked his 3 bodyguards with clearing out. We pick things up just outside the Oasis Infirmary, where the 4 of you may continue discussing your options.
Okay, let's hear it. Who's got a plan?
If we go in and kill all those mutants, it'd just be a matter of time before the others decide to come at Harlan for payback. Instead, we should find a way to convince them to leave peacefully.
And how are we going to do that?
Hawkbit is a mutant just like them. Chances are he'll be able to walk right in without any problems.
And from there?
I'll look around and try to find out who's in charge. We'll see if we can't make a deal.
And what if they don't want to?
You know what, Sidrovich? If there's absolutely no way to convince them to leave, we'll do things your way. We'll move them out by force. Does that sound fair?
I can live with that. Just don't try going back on your word once you see that I was right the whole time.
Now, what are the rest of us going to do while Hawkbit is inside the house?
Actually, there's something I want to look into. Seems like half the mutants in town are laid up in the infirmary, and no one seems to know why or care. Not to mention the fact that when I went to drop off that man from the road, I felt one of them. In my head.
Was it a vision? What did you see?
A horse. A white horse. That's all I saw.
First, there's that brainhound on the road, and now you're seeing things. This can't be a coincidence.
All right then. Boars, me, and Wretch will head to the slums and try to get some answers while Hawkbit goes to the big house. Agreed?
We'll meet back here afterward and go from there.
You part ways there on the road. Sidrovich, Boars, and Wretch begin heading towards the wharf, while Hawkbit walks up the road toward the home of Vance Crane. The sun is slowly descending, blanketing the streets in a gloomy shade.
I'll head straight toward the front door if no one stops me.
The mutants scattered across the lawn only give you brief glances before going back to their lounging and wandering. Standing on the doorstep and blocking your path, however, is a burly, misshapen mutant. He is giggling and mumbling incoherently while relieving himself onto a stack of photographs.
Excuse me. I just need to get by.
Huh? Who's you? Ain't seen you before.
I just came into town this morning. My name is Hawkbit.
You ain't from Planky Town.
No, I just came into town this morning.
So who's you?
I'm Hawkbit. I just said that.
He stares at you slack-jawed for a few moments, then lazily blinks one eye, the other following a second later.
What? What?
What?
What?
Excuse me?
Huh?
Can I go inside, please?
Who's you?
Jesus fucking Christ. Someone put this idiot out of his misery.
Look, I really need to go inside. Could you please just move?
No.
No?
No.
No? So no, you won't not move?
Huh?
You just said you won't not move. So now you have to, right?
Make a Type E hazard check for negotiation. Combine your will, intelligence, and appearance. Then divide the sum by 3.
Hey, you not trick me. If yous need to go in, then how come you not in there? How come?
Just then, another large mutant approaches. His upper body is disproportionately muscular compared to his upper half, and his square jaw and low brow gives him the appearance of a barbarian savage.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm nobody. I was just trying to go inside.
We ain't letting nobody in. Piss off.
Not even other aberrants?
Never seen you before. Probably just some pure stock little bitch. Is that it, bitch? Got you a pretty little leash and collar?
Look, I don't want any trouble here.
Then piss off before I break your arms.
All right, I'm leaving, I say while quickly stepping off the porch.
Bye-bye, little bitch.
Okay then. I guess I'll have to find another way inside. I'll start heading around the perimeter of the house and look for anything I can use.
On the eastern side of the house, you find a stack of boxes piled up against the wall. The pile looks unstable, but it climbs just high enough for someone to be able to reach a balcony up above.
I'll try to climb up the pile without toppling it over.
You nimbly make your way up the pile, and once in reach, you grab hold of the bars of the balcony and begin slowly pulling yourself up. Just then, a woman steps out onto the balcony and leans on the railing, staring directly at you. She's a petite mutant with amber skin, large green eyes, and a small, purple-lipped mouth.
I immediately freeze and just look back at her. Is she going to call for backup?
For the moment, all she does is just stare at you.
The door was blocked. The big guy down there wouldn't let me inside.
That's because he's not supposed to. So now's the part where you climb back down before I start shouting.
We're both aberrants, right? I'm just looking for a place to sleep while I'm in town.
You don't need to be up here for that. There are tents out on the lawn. Or better yet, why don't you go over to Plankytown and find a shack?
Okay, I'm actually looking for my sister. Someone out on the wharf said she was here. Her name's Bricola.
Bricola's your sister? Well, that makes sense. I guess Blue runs in the family. All right then, come on up.
I fully climb up and over the balcony railing.
You find yourself just outside a bedroom with filth and refuse strewn about the floor. The woman stands with her back pressed against the door and her arms crossed. She's dressed in simple wool trousers and a baggy jacket.
I'm glad to see that scum didn't rough you up too much.
You mean the ones who captured me? How do you know about that? And why do you care?
I know, because I saw those assholes making a big show about doing you in. And I care, because you're family.
Family? How do you figure that?
You're an aberrant, aren't you? That makes us family. We're all connected. You, me, and every other aberrant making a meager living out in the ruins.
Look, I'm not some Dominion nutjob, so save it. Do you know my sister or not?
Yeah, I know her. She stayed here for a few nights, had a lot of bright ideas that didn't really make her any friends, so she left with a caravan.
She's not here anymore?
No, she's not. Been gone 3 days now, but she did tell me something interesting before she left. The kind of thing that gets people hurt in these parts.
What is it? Is she into something dangerous?
Depends on your take on the situation, I guess. Take a look.
She produces a folded note from her breast pocket and offers it to you.
Do you mind? I'm not so good with reading.
She unfolds the note and reads out the contents to you. The sassy smirk on her face disappears as she speaks, replaced by a look of intrigue.
Wow. Looks like your sister has big plans.
Wait, hold on. You're not going to let him read that out loud?
None of you are present to hear the contents of the letter, and this is meant for Hawkbit alone to hear. George is free to tell you what's on the letter later in character if he chooses.
I look at her with an expression of disbelief. You can't be serious. That's all it says?
That's it.
This can't be real. Why would anyone rope her of all people into that? She's nobody. We come from nothing.
These are strange times, and they're getting stranger every day.
Look, all I care about is finding my sister and bringing her home. The rest of this nonsense doesn't concern me.
That's a shame to hear. It's sad when good, strong aberrants choose to waste the good sense they were born with.
Yeah, whatever you say. There's another reason I came here.
Really now? What else do you need?
Well, I'm hoping that I can figure out why all these people are squatting here to begin with.
Because Vance Crane was purest scum? Because for all the years he lived here, he never once did anything to help anyone other than himself? Because he brought in his own people from Overpass, pure stocks with pedigree, to bully the town into letting him live like a king while everyone else wallowed in his shit.
So, he wasn't a good man.
That's putting it lightly.
Listen to me. I feel for you. I really do. But Vance's nephew is in town, and he wants all of them gone.
Really now? He's here? In Oasis?
He's already given the order to clear everyone out by force, but we're hoping we can resolve this peacefully.
We? Who's this we? And why are you getting involved? You don't owe him anything.
One of his men stepped up and saved my life, so now I'm helping them out. I'd like to resolve this before he just orders a bunch of people to be killed.
Well, the fact that you're here alone and not with a group of thugs is a good start. There's a lot of people who could use some steady work. If this new Crane can agree to start hiring folks, then he might get his house back.
I can't make any promises, but I'll see if we can at least come up with some terms. How's that sound?
Well, it's a start. Where can I find you?
We'll be at the saloon for a few hours. After that, I can't say for certain.
No worries. I'll find you.
Well, I appreciate your help. If this all works out, we'll be able to make this town a little less shit.
Oh, I think it's going to take a whole lot more than this. But I share your optimism. Good luck.
I climb down to the stack of boxes and leap to the ground. Then, I guess I'll head to the saloon to wait for the others.
All right, so it looks like we won't have to gun everyone down.
Harlan should be willing to hire new workers since the old ones are on their little strike.
I still think my way would be more time efficient, but whatever.
We turn our attention to the wharf slum known as Plankytown, where Bors, Wretch, and Sidrovich are currently navigating the junk-riddled pathways. The inhabitants of the wharf are busy with finding places to sleep and rounding up their children.
All right, Reds, explain to me again why you have us wandering around here.
Because something's going on with the mutants here.
Aside from squatting in our boss's house?
Yes. I went to the infirmary and there were rows of mutants there, all either half dead or getting there. All from something called the Shakes.
Hawkbit and I also heard that the sheriff had the Shakes too, but we didn't really ask for details.
I know what you're going to say, Sidrovich. I promise if we don't find something within an hour, we'll head back to meet up with Hawkbit.
I can live with that.
We wander around the slum, looking for any mutants who might be helpful.
It's late in the evening now, and a lot of people simply want to be left alone. Some immediately shoo you away with unkind words. Others refuse to even speak with you when they spot what looks like a pure stock human in your midst. However, there is a scaled mutant wearing a long hooded cloak that watches your group closely.
I'll try walking up to him and greeting him. Excuse me, could I possibly ask you a few questions?
He just stares blankly at you for a few seconds, then his gaze wanders towards Sidrovich.
The fuck do you want?
You've heard about the mutants winding up sick lately, right?
The Shakes? Yeah, who hasn't?
Do you know anything about it, like what might have happened to cause it?
Not a clue. But I do know that you ought to keep that piggy there safe. Plenty of folks would kill for a nice cut of steak.
Is that a threat?
Yeah, it is. No sheriff in town to run to, boy. I'll be seeing you real soon.
He then trudges off without another word.
Fucking muties.
You want to get us killed? Stop with that kind of talk and just try not being an asshole.
We're going to keep looking around for someone more willing to talk.
After much searching, you come across a woman of some 60 years sitting beneath a sheet metal awning. She is gutting and descaling a pile of fish.
Hello, ma'am. Would you be willing to help us?
Unless you want fish, I'm afraid I won't be able to offer much help.
We're just looking for information. Do you know anything about the disease going around lately? The Shakes?
Disease? No. It's not a sickness of the body that's killing those people. It's a sickness of the mind.
What do you mean?
Was a time when you could talk to half the people in Plankytown without ever saying a word. We call it the gift. Sometimes it's strong in folks and sometimes it's weak. The sickness comes to you in your dreams. A white horse, a walking man, a flower in the sky. If you're strong, you can shut it off. The ones who have it bad, the ones laid up and shaking like that, they're the weak ones. Folks who weren't strong enough to close out the bad things or didn't know they had the gift to begin with.
But something has to be causing it.
Maybe it's the brain hound? That thing couldn't have just been here coincidentally the same time as mutants are seeing visions.
Ma'am, do you know anything about a brain hound being reported near town?
No, I can't say that I have, but, well, there is something. A strong presence appeared not too long ago. It's hard to describe to someone without the gift, but imagine a really fat man coming into a crowded room. He don't speak when you try to talk to him. Doesn't say or do anything. But he's there.
That could be the brain hound, right?
It could be, but it immediately spoke to us when it saw us on the road, and she says that this presence has been silent.
I appreciate everything you've told us, miss. You've been very helpful.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. You boys be safe now.
So no one except us has seen this damn thing. There's a brain hound out there, and it's probably the cause of all the visions everyone has been seeing.
We don't know that for sure.
It'd be really fucking weird if it wasn't at least related.
Just then, nervously jumping at every creak and groan of the wharf, comes Albert Cox. He spots you three and blows a sigh of relief.
Oh, there you are. What on earth are you all doing down here when those squatters are still holed up in the big house? Oh, never mind. Mr. Crane has requested that you three all join him for dinner over at the farm on Osby Street.
The farm?
It's a club that some of the more affluent residents established. Though it caters to all types, only influential men like Mr. Crane have the means to buy out the dining suite.
Are we satisfied here, Wretch?
I wouldn't really say I'm satisfied, but I did say I'd make this quick.
Then let's not keep the boss waiting. Lead the way, Albert.
Hold on, shouldn't we bring Hawkbit? He's probably waiting for us at the saloon.
The mutant who's helping us, is it all right if he comes too?
Oh, I suppose that should be fine, so long as this mutant minds his manners.
Albert proceeds to lead you three out of the slum and back towards the town proper. Your group comes near the saloon just as a group of drunks come stumbling out with sloppy grins on their faces.
I'll be waiting right outside, and when I see them, I approach. Did you take care of everything you needed to in Plankytown?
All we really found out is that mutants who have mental powers are all being attacked or infected.
Please tell me you have some good news. We're on our way to meet with our boss.
I talked to someone at the house, and she says she might be able to get the Aberrants there to leave if your boss is willing to offer jobs. She says his uncle only ever hired pure stocks.
Mr. Vance always hired the most qualified people. That they all happened to be pure stock was just coincidence.
The same qualified people who are now trying to extort Harlan?
Well, I suppose I could recommend that Mr. Vance consider this offer given the circumstances.
Albert sets off once more and guides you down a side street where storefronts stretch out ahead of you. Boards have been erected to advertise food, weapons, scrap, and even relics from the old world ruins. At the end of the road is a two-story structure that immediately stands out due to it being the only building in two with bright neon lights flashing on the exterior. Albert walks right up to the ornate double doors and pushes them open, revealing a lounge where men are playing poker, enjoying meals, and drinking at the bar. On a raised stage overlooking the lounge, a woman sings a song in a strange language, much to the delight of the patrons.
Right this way, gentlemen. Mr. Crane is just up there.
We should have cleaned up or something.
Too late now.
I should stay down here. He won't want to hear this all coming from a mutant.
You're part of this now. Just tell him straight and don't hold back any details.
I lead everyone up to the second floor and approach Harlan's suite.
The dining suite is furnished with an ornate chandelier hanging over a large table loaded with food. Sitting at the head of the table is Harlan Crane, who has just finished securing his gas mask in place.
There you are. Sit down, all of you. There is much we need to discuss.
I'll sit at the far end of the table.
So will I.
I'll sit closer to Harlan and have some of the food that's been set out.
I'll stay standing for the moment.
Who is this? Is he one of those mutants come to make a ridiculous demand?
Who wants to take point here?
Trump is always dick-riding the guy so he can handle breaking the news to him.
No, Mr. Crane. This is Hawkbit. He's been very helpful to us in figuring out how to get the squatters out of your house.
Is that so? Then tell me, Hobbit, how you propose I rid myself of this nuisance?
I spoke with the Aberrants at the house. None of them seem to know or care about you. They're just getting back at your uncle. He was a purist, and instead of hiring anyone in town, he just kept bringing in pure stocks from Overpass.
My uncle is dead. His beliefs, whatever they may have been, were his business, not mine.
That's not the way anyone else is going to see things, Mr. Crane. Sometimes the best option is to compromise. They're not asking for charity, they're just asking for a fair chance. A chance your uncle never gave them.
I'll need a negotiation check from you as well, Donald.
I suppose I can respect that. I absolutely will not agree to Elijah's demands, so I'll be needing to fill those positions. If what you say is true, and they are looking for work, and not simply to collect bribes and charity, then I will be willing to accept.
A window shatters, cutting off Harlan completely. Silence falls over the club, and every soul present stares at the 2-gallon flask now gently rolling across the lounge. A man steps forward. Now what in the hell is this? He asks, and a moment later a second window implodes, showering his face with glass as a second flask is hurled inside.
I stand up and grab Harlan by the shoulder. Get back. It could be dangerous.
Time slows as 2 lit torches come flying through the smashed windows where they land in the pools of kerosene now leaking from the flasks. The fuel ignites and erupts into a shower of flames. Women scream, men shout, and the fire spreads across the lounge.
I draw my guns and follow close behind.
There's a rush of bodies towards the front door. The first man to make it through the crowd throws open the doors and is greeted by a hail of gunfire.
Holy shit.
I'll grab Harlan's arm and start tugging him towards the stairs. We need to get out of here now.
Can we see who's shooting?
The smoke and the flames, along with the frightened crowd, make it too difficult to pick out anything other than vague shapes. The situation inside the club is quickly turning into pure chaos.
We're gonna die in here if we don't find a way out. Fast.
The front door is the only exit I saw when we came in.
I start moving towards the back of the building to look for a way out.
There is a hallway leading deeper into the building with many doors on either side, with numbers bolted to them.
I'm just going to go for the closest door and open it.
You open it to reveal a plain and musty old bedroom with a single bed pressed against the wall. A dusty window is there with the blinds drawn shut.
I'll go first and scout out the street. Just keep calm, this is almost over. I then open the window and climb out. Is there anyone in sight?
Though you can still hear the sound of gunfire and screaming coming the front of the building, the alleyway seems to be clear.
All right, I think we're good. Let's get out of here quick.
I'll jump through next, then reach up to help Harlan climb out.
One by one, you all carefully make it out of the building that is now quickly filling up with smoke. Seconds later, a thin figure comes leaping headfirst through the window and lands face down on the dirt at your feet. It's none other than Albert Cox, gasping for air with his glasses askew and face covered in soot. A second later, a shotgun blast shatters the glass pane from the inside.
Oh dear God, I'm shot! I'm dying!
I immediately raise my own shotgun and fire both barrels at the man inside the room.
The two shells send the man flying backwards, and he crashes through the rotted frame of the bed with a loud crash where he lies unmoving.
I'm dying! I'm dying! Is this how it ends? Oh God, someone save me!
Get a hold of yourself, you fool. You'll draw them right to us.
Mr. Crane, is that you? Oh, I've died and gone to hell!
Shut your damn mouth.
Let's get the hell out of here before any more show up.
I'll take the lead and start to move down the alley away from the fire.
You all push on through the cramped alleyway, finding yourselves surrounded by walls of brick and metal. After rounding a corner, you find a lone figure blocking your path. The scaled mutant shrugs off his hooded cloak, revealing his two long arms that end in two sickle-shaped claws.
You got a death wish? I suggest you get out of our way.
Heavy footsteps approach you from behind. Emerging from the darkness comes the lumbering, misshapen mutant. He grins a crooked grin and clenches a long, thick slab of rebar.
Knew you was just some pink-skins little bitch.
I think we might be a little fucked here, guys. What do we do?
There's nothing we can do except fight. Me and you can take the big guy while Boars and Wretch handle the Mantis.
Roll for initiative. Winning the initiative for their side, both mutants charge forward toward your group. The faster of the two, the Mantis, reaches you with inhuman speed and swings his sickle arms at Wretch. The burly mutant charges forward, and as he raises his metal club over his head, with a savage roar, he swings his club down at Hawkins.
I dodge out of the way of the club.
The metal smashes into the alley's brick wall and sends it crashing down, creating a barrier separating the group.
I extend the metal claws from my hand and unleash a flurry of swipes at the Mantis.
The Mantis parries both your attacks with his long blades, cackling as he does so.
While he's fighting Boars, I clench one hand over my wound and carefully prepare a called shot.
On my turn, I want to shoot at the big mutant.
You already fired both your shotgun barrels earlier. You'll have to reload.
Well, I'm going to focus and unleash a beam of energy at the big mutant from my eyes.
Your beam slices into his thick skin, carving a deep wound across his chest that sizzles from the heat. The mutant, however, shakes off the attack with a chuckle. The Mantis rears back his sickle claws and swipes at Boars' head. His sickle catches you on the jaw, leaving a deep cut. The big mutant rears back his club and swings it towards Sidrovich. His club collides with your skull, knocking you backwards to collide with the debris of the collapsed wall. The veins in his body pulse, and his eyes turn bloodshot, and he readies his club for another blow.
This guy can attack twice?
God damn it. I have to make an epilepsy roll. The roll was low, so it's not a full seizure, but I have a negative 20 strike penalty for a few rounds.
I furiously slash at the mutant with both my claws. I stab both sets of claws into his chest before kicking him backwards.
I still need more time preparing my called shot, so I stay where I am.
I also need to spend another turn reloading. I don't like how this is going, guys.
I'm not sure I can even hit this guy now with my dizziness penalty. I unleash my Beam Eyes mutation once more.
Your beam misses the big mutant by a good margin. The mantis, reeling back from the injury he sustained, raises one of his sickle arms and slashes it at Boar's arm. This is an immediate called shot to hack off his arm. The sickle carved through the wrist of your offhand, severing muscle and cybernetic wiring. Your hand falls to the ground with a metallic clank.
That ain't good.
We're getting fucking walloped right now. Please, somebody fucking help us.
I reel back with a pained cry, clutching my severed stump to my stomach.
The big mutant swings his club once at Sidrovich, then whirling it around towards Hawkbit.
Making another epilepsy roll.
On my turn, I'm going to try attacking the mantis mutant with my one remaining hand.
I line up my gun with the mutant's chest and fire a single shot aimed for his heart.
The mantis comes to a complete stop, glancing down at the red wound in his chest. A second later, he folds over and falls to the ground, dead. This leaves only the hulking mutant left, who, ignorant of his ally's death, makes another attack on both his opponents. His club cracks loudly on your skulls, and unfortunately you both collapse unconscious before the triumphant mutant.
Come here, you little sow.
He bends down and grabs you both by a limb and begins dragging you down the alley. And with that, we will bring our session to a close.
God damn it, I didn't get to do anything in that encounter.
This situation is completely scuffed now. Boars is missing a hand, and half of us are being taken away to likely get killed.
Not to mention there's still the brain hound out there that we also have to deal with at some point.
I wish we could keep playing. I just can't stand not knowing what's going to happen next.
I honestly intended for you to win that fight, but perhaps I underestimated how lethal that big mutant is. This does put a wrench in what I had planned for the next session, but I'll improvise. In any case, thank you all for joining me tonight, and have a good evening.